the days of the righteous predecessors, there were situations that tested people's wisdom and understanding of Allah's laws. Imam Malik, the great scholar of Medina, recorded the practices of the people of knowledge in his time, and one such record tells us about the Iddah, the waiting period after divorce. Let me tell you a story. There was a slave man who had been married to a slave woman. They lived together as husband and wife, according to the rules of Islam, but one day, their relationship ended. The slave divorced his wife, while both were still under the status of slavery. Now, soon after the divorce, the woman was set free by her owner. One might think, now that she's free, her iddah, her waiting period, should change, right? But Imam Malik explained, no, her freedom does not change the rules of her previous divorce. She must complete the iddah of a slave woman, 2 menstrual cycles, even though she's now free. Why? Because the ruling is based on her status at the time of divorce, not after. Similarly, Imam Malik said, if a slave commits a crime that deserves had a fixed punishment, but is set free before the punishment is carried out, the had remains as it was when he was a slave. Freedom doesn't change the consequence of what was earned in slavery. When a free man divorces a slave girl 3 times, her iddah is just 2 periods. But when a slave man divorces a free woman, her iddah is longer, 3 periods. Why the difference? Because Islam honors the position and responsibility that comes with freedom. Islam sees what we don't. It calculates responsibility, position, and dignity, not just emotions. Then, Imam Malik gives another example. A man was married to his slave girl. Later, he bought her and set her free. If he had not had any relations with her after the purchase, her iddah stays as a slave's 2 periods. But if they had been intimate after she became his property and before freeing her, she only has to wait for 1 period. This is Islam, not just law, but divine balance. Not just rules, but rahmah, mercy, and hikmah, wisdom. In a world that changes with feelings, Islam stands with principles. Freedom doesn't erase accountability. Status matters, timing matters, and most of all, Allah's laws are precise, perfect, and profound. This story teaches us how deeply the scholars understood the balance of justice and mercy in Islamic law. It reminds us that status, context, and timing all play a vital role in Sharia rulings. Islam is not random, it's structured, wise, and just. So the next time you read about Iddah, or any ruling in Islam, remember, there's a wisdom behind every rule, and our duty is to learn, reflect, and respect the sacred knowledge passed down from the righteous scholars of our ummah. May Allah guide us all and stay tuned for more hadith reminders.